Awesome. We're live here too. So it's finally time to kickstart again our health topics. People have been texting and messaging me saying, "Am I still doing this?" Of course, I've just not done many lives lately because I've been super busy trying to get people healthier and trying to structure my businesses. Today's topic is about nutrition, is about choosing the best diets and maybe debunking some myths about diets as well. There is, and I hope you agree with me, but there is so much confusion about how to choose the best diet. There is so much confusion about what do I eat? What don't I eat? Do I follow ketogenic diet? Do I follow Paleolithic diet? Do I follow vegetarian diet, vegan diet, librarian diet? Call it whatever you want. These are just labels. And I want to prove to you today that having the strategy behind how you eat is so much more important than just calling the diet vegan, calling the diet vegetarian, or whatever you want to call it. So let's start from, and I just have 5 points I want to make today, guys. Tell me where you're joining from. Drop us a comment below. I'm seeing some familiar faces on Instagram and on Facebook, so love to see you all, and hope you've been doing well. Hope you guys are thriving this year. And let's start the topic. So the first thing I would question myself on when I'm deciding what diet to go on is, first of all, understanding why would I want to go on a diet in the first place? What is my reasoning behind wanting to restrict a particular nutrient or a particular what we call micro or macronutrient within my diet? And that's so important to think about, because quite often you can just get sort of dragged into the whole rat race of, oh, I want to get on this new diet because it's just come out and I'm seeing loads of pictures and people are doing really well. But think about yourself. What is your personal circumstance? And that's super important. So number one, are you trying to lose weight? Number two, are you trying to be overall healthier? Number three, are you wanting to experience more energy? Number four, are you trying to put on muscle? Are you training for a specific event? Do you just want to understand a little bit more about how your body works? These are super important questions that I would definitely think about before choosing a diet. I've got loads of people joining live. Steph, Mags, Lucoso, and sorry guys for the pronunciation, but awesome to see you all. Drop me in the comments below, whether you're listening on Instagram, whether you're with me on my private Facebook page, or watching this on YouTube. Let's connect. Let's turn these conversations into really meaningful conversations where we can talk about health, performance, well-being, both physical, but also mental. And as you know me, I'm so much about really digging deep into human psychology and understanding why we eat well, why we sleep well, why we want to lose weight, why we want to feel our best. So the first point was that is, why do you actually want to diet in the first place? Once you've answered that question for yourself, I cannot answer that for you. Once you've answered that for yourself, the second thing I want you to think about is the diet part, is the nutrition actually the most important thing that has to change? And I'll give you an example. If you're someone who's never dieted before, if you're someone who has never even thought about changing your lifestyle for better, for healthier, and you do not sleep well, you're stressed out all the time, you've never worked out, you have so much stuff to do, you're a mom, you're a dad, you're a business owner, you're trying to improve your career, putting a diet plan, putting something restrictive in terms of having to be organized, I would argue it's probably not the best first step you can take. So my second question to you is, what is the next thing that has to change for you to become healthier? And yes, diet is important. It's one of my foundations in terms of how I teach people what health is. But what if you don't sleep well and you wake up every morning, you feel tired, you don't feel energized, you feel grumpy, you're not productive, you're making mistakes? Definitely the sleep will have to come before the diet. And yes, your diet will affect your sleep, of course, but you have to prioritize. You have to learn that your body and the way you perform is a multifactorial mechanism, meaning it's made up of many different factors, not just your diet, not just your sleep. What if, and some of my clients might be listening to this, so if you guys are, you know who you are. What if you don't even know where to start from because your time management is horrendous? My time management used to be bad. I didn't know how to make a business plan. I didn't know how to structure a meal plan, how to do meal prep. I didn't know how to coach clients. So everything is a journey, but it's just knowing how to take that first step. It's knowing, what do I need to do next in order to start that cascade of positive change? So if diet is too overwhelming and someone told you you need to change your diet, well, let's think about your time management, your organization and planning skills, your sleep pattern, your stress levels. These are all things that you need to work out for yourself to see, what is that I need to actually change? Thumbs up. I want you to hit me with a thumbs up if that's making sense. Awesome. Because everything I say, I know that people are listening to, and I'm not trying to change anyone's belief system. I'm trying to challenge your belief system. I'm trying to challenge how you think and how you perceive things. And if you've listened to me week after week for years and months, and you've still not changed, it's not a bad thing. It just means that you don't want it bad enough. When the need for change becomes greater than the need to stay the same, your psyche will change. You would want to change, right? So, for example, if I'm a grandparent and I've got a really bad back, and I've not done any exercises to support my back muscles, I don't really. My priority isn't about picking up my grandkids, because if it was, I would do anything possible to be able to go and pick up my grandkid, hold it, and play with him or her. So that is what I mean by, what do you actually need to change first? And it doesn't have to be your diet. Right, that's the second point. The third point is, well, how do I choose? Once I've decided that I want to change my diet, once I've decided that the diet is probably the first thing I want to change, and also it has a strong enough need, aka your goal is big enough so you can actually make that change, to get a coach, to get an accountability group, to start researching more into diet and nutrition. What diet should I actually choose, and what are the differences? And guys, if you go on Dr. Google and you type in best diet, you will get millions and millions of answers, of results. Some of the biggest answers you will get will be things like ketogenic diet, vegan, vegetarian, Paleolithic diet, Atkins diet. But the trouble is, the list goes on and on and on and on. So how do we know what to pick? How do we know what to choose? Well, let's talk about it, right? I would love to give you guys a wave. There's so many of you joining on Instagram, so awesome to see you all. Again, don't forget to drop me a comment, because I do read these. And we're here at least once a week trying to make the world a better place. For those of you who are watching on Facebook and possibly YouTube, then again, I do read my comments and I try to reply to every single one of you. So let's start from the ketogenic diet, aka keto. That's like the big one at the minute, right? It's amazing for losing weight. It's amazing for improving metabolism. It's improving every single thing in your life, right? Possibly, if you're the right person, if you have the right inflammation levels, if you are strict enough to do it, if you understand how to follow it. But just the sort of the structure, the framework of a keto diet is usually high in protein, and it's very low in carbohydrates. High in protein and healthy fats, and it aims to be low in carbohydrates, which means that it's very good for improving insulin resistance. If you've not listened to our podcast on insulin, please go and listen to that. It's super important when it comes to losing weight, having more energy, just being your best self, just feeling good. So the ketogenic diet is a good choice. Is it for everybody? It's not for everybody. If you stay on a restrictive diet for a long time, it becomes the new norm. Your body has ability to change, adapt, and it reaches plateau. So as a result, I'm not sure how sustainable it is. I've seen some amazing results. I implement it sometimes in my practice. It's great. However, I don't believe in extremism. I don't believe in things done for 1 or 2 or 3 months and then that's it. You're like fixed. The second diet that you might stumble across a lot is the paleo diet. Paleo stands for a type of time frame of the Paleolithic era, which is like if you go back 10,000 years ago and you start to picture how did people live, it was before the farming industry. So the paleo diet involves anything that you can hunt and gather, which, we used to call those people the hunter and gatherers. And that can be lean meats, that can be sort of healthy animal produce, that can be nuts, berries, seeds. But this kind of diet tends to stay away from grains and legumes and even dairy. So again, some good evidence to suggest that our Paleolithic neighbors and ancestors lived a very healthy lifestyle. So worth exploring, but I wouldn't go 100% at just one thing. Even when we talk about vegan diets, people say it's amazing for the planet and it saves animals and it's amazing from that eco perspective. But when you start to look deep into the research, you realize nothing in life just picked up, like if you select it separately, is a good thing for anything or anybody. Because actually what we realize is animals are amazing for keeping the ecosystem going. It's amazing. Animals are amazing for actually fertilizing the soil. They're amazing by actually keeping the food pyramid alive. There is this saying that if we lose all the bees in the world, humans will die because of the link between the next animal and the next animal and the next animal up. So I think the trick will be going forward in the future is, well, how do we make a vegan diet much more sustainable, a paleo diet much more sustainable, which is good for the planet and is good for humans and is good for the animals? And I believe that actually some organic, clever, sustainable farming methods are far greater than just going vegan or just going vegetarian. That's just my opinion. Again, I'm not trying to change your mindset. I'm trying to just sparkle a little bit of a different thought process that some of you may want to develop. And fourth point for today, I've written down in my diary, is probably the most important point. So we can talk about any diet in the world. We can talk about losing weight, gaining muscle, having more energy, but whatever you choose when it comes to nutrition, when it comes to your dietary requirements, is that you have to choose something that you can live on for the rest of your life. You wouldn't be able to sustain a ketogenic diet for the rest of your life. And if you do, you wouldn't be as healthy as the body's designed to be. If you choose a vegetarian diet, exactly the same thing. Some people say to me, oh, but I've been a vegetarian for 30 years. Fantastic. But we don't have studies long enough to see what happens if someone is vegan or vegetarian or pescatarian for a lifetime. We just don't have this data. And in the future, when we do, then I might change my mind. But for now, I know that there's a lot of macronutrients, especially micronutrients, that are missing when you go on an extreme diet. There just is, because food is very intelligent. Food is like an information source. And if you take away some of the pieces, some of the information will be missing. So the way your body works is it might generate that as a symptom: lack of energy, a little bit more inflammation, slower healing time. You lose weight quickly and you're super happy, and then you go off that diet and you just balloon out again. So it's so important to be very pragmatic. Wow, we've got loads of people joining. What's up, guys? It's very important to be pragmatic about how you choose to eat sustainably. So don't worry about the next week. Don't worry about the next month or year. Choose something that truly you enjoy and is sustainable, as opposed to looking for restrictive methods to cut corners, right? And finally, my fifth point of today, I hope you've enjoyed this, guys, but the fifth point is, well, is it all about food? What if you feel amazing? What if you look great? What if you start to get a six-pack or fitted better dresses because you're eating chicken and rice or chicken and broccoli day in, day out, but you're super miserable because you're not enjoying food? And actually, when you think about food, it was a great way for families to get together, for husband and wife with the kids to sit down and like make the most of this social event. So Food is to be enjoyed as well. Don't be super harsh on yourself. Don't be restricting yourself all the time. Remember, it's about sleep, it's about exercise, it's about movement, it's about social connections, it's about being happy and feeling fulfilled alongside eating well. I hope that made sense, guys. I know loads of you joined today. So if you have any questions, you can always private message us. Myself or my team will get back to you. We are starting to now look into getting more people involved with the one-to-one coaching because we're becoming overwhelmed, but I know why. It's because the last 12 months, people have usually spent sitting down and kind of putting on weight, and now they just want to get back on track. So you've got nothing to lose by just messaging me and saying, hey, Steph, I need help with X, Y, and Z. If I can help you, amazing. If I cannot help you, I'll be honest and say, look, I don't think this is the right thing for me. And guys, remember, it's all in your mindset. If you know how to change your mindset, you can change the world around you. Until next time. Bye-bye.